howdy, folks. Dr. Freedom here with the Times from Dr. News. News from in and around the universe that's so amazing, so incredible, so fantastic that you're going to go, wow, it still has that new car smell. Yeah, so a lot of interesting stuff come out over the last 24 hours. Somebody was running around on Facebook touting this description by Ed Russell of Jodie's new costume as being described by him as having the colors of the LGBT, thing. And that's how he described it. And guess what they said? That means the new doctor is LGBTQ. Confirmed. No, that's Edward Russell's opinion of the outfit. And by the way, Ed Russell is has not even the slightest part in Series 11. He has left the show with everybody else. So he just gave an opinion on what he felt it looked like to him. It means two things in the shows, as far as regarding the doctor's orientation, shall we say. It means Jack and shit, and Jack left town. So why there's people going, that confirms it. Oh, God, the doctor's going to be LGBT. The doctor's already flipped sexist, for crying out loud. What does it matter? I've never thought of the doctor as a sexual being, at least not until we got, the 1996 movie, and then we got that companion snogging. And then, of course, we had later companion snogs, yada, yada, yada. Then the alleged romantic storyline with Rose. Oh, the rose that burns brightly through the time vault. Oh, God, I'd be sick. But you see what I mean? I don't know why people feel that they have to brand the new doctor before they've even seen episode 1 of Series 11. But that's an old argument. Whovians do this all the time. I don't know why. Next thing you know, they're going to get mad if they found out her underwear is her lace and not satin. It's like, she's a doctor, for crying out loud. She's still... Okay, so let's get on to it. That was racy, wasn't it? She hasn't been around. Not the last couple days. But I think she's coming back. I don't know. I sense this weird vibe in the house. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm constipated, or I don't know. Okay, but let's get on to the news, shall we? There's some very, very interesting things I want to go over with you, because this is some really hot stuff. Oh, here we are. Get the hell out of the way, you bastard. Okay. Over on Advanced Television. Oh, lordy, this show is going downhill. Oh, yeah. BBC America is going to yank that bitch off the air. Yeah. Doctor Who Christmas ratings record for BBC America. Viewers tuned in record numbers to the BBC America on Christmas Day 2017 to say goodbye to Peter Capaldi. In the special Twice Upon a Time, the annual programming event notched 2.2 million viewers and 1.1 million adults 25 to 54 across its 2 Christmas telecasts in the Live Plus 7 Nielsen ratings, propelling BBC America to its biggest night in over 2 years and a top 5 cable rank during the premiere telecast. The special posted double-digit increases from the most recent season of Doctor Who across all key demos and bested the previous year's Christmas special by 62,000 viewers, making it BBC America's most watched telecast in 2 years. Oh, yeah. They're canning this show. Oh, yeah, because a bunch of people wrote it. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to run off sales a petition. Yeah, right. Good luck with that. Because look at this. All right. The special, which also featured the glimpse of Jodie Whittaker. It was the #1 most social program of the week and most social program on Christmas Day for the 5th consecutive year, driving 75% more engagement compared to the 2016 Doctor Who Christmas special. And as I said, Doctor Who was trending on like YouTube, Twitter, and all that across that weekend. And yet everybody's like, oh, lordy, this show is going to be canceled. Yeah. Okay, matter of fact, Sarah Burnett, BBC America president, commented, quote, At a time when there is more competition for viewers' attention than ever, a record-setting number of fans made it a Doctor Who Christmas on BBC America, underscoring the increasingly rare power of this franchise. This year, the show bid a memorable farewell to the brilliant and unique team of Stephen Moffat and Peter Capaldi. As the 12th Doctor has said, everything ends and it's always sad, but everything begins again too, and that's always happy. Now, in that spirit, let's happily anticipate Chris Chibnall's first season as showrunner later this year, ushering in Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor and the first female incarnation of the Time Lord. So you can take all that. They're going to beat this off because you can file as many petitions as you want. Matter of fact, make them all so they stack neatly, and they can go all the way up to the frickin' moon if you hard copy them. The viewers have spoken. Well, moving on. Now, Welcome to Yorkshire put this out the other day saying, they revealed the front cover of their 2018 year, magazine featuring, of course, Jodie Whittaker. She's from there. And they'll be distributing this at events across Yorkshire throughout the year. And, WTI members, of course, order copies through display. Now, someone asked a little bit further on, is there a digital copy? And it turns out if you click on it, oh, look at this. Here you are. And I'll be providing a link to this below in the description box. And if you skip over to pages 14 and, oh, God, I went past it. Okay, there. Pages 14 and 15. Here you go. And if you're worried about reading Rome, and you can sit here and read it right here online. Unlike other magazines that are charging you just to read their online articles. Or better yet, you can't use your ad blocker here. That's like the syphilis of the internet. Oh, Jesus H. Jones. But just to throw a little more gas on this fire that I started with the last article. Doctor Who brand and licensing. I was going to put this on yesterday, and I completely forgot it. Luckily, someone stuck it in the comment box. Thank you for reminding me of that, because I had seen this earlier that morning. And the problem is it was a long, hard day. Like I said, I was calling South Africa, South America for crying out loud. I was so out of it yesterday. South Africa. Okay. Information and text on the January 2018 edition of Toy World magazine. On BBC over the, yada, yada, yada. And at the heart of this franchise is the highly anticipated Doctor Who Series 11. Matter of fact, Doctor Who is a global franchise watched in over 239 countries with hundreds of millions of fans worldwide. Oh, yeah, it's on its way out. The regeneration of the Doctor in the 2017 Christmas episode. Okay, so 2018 marks a true regeneration for the franchise with a 5-year evergreen strategy built around a commitment to a solid content pipeline delivered through platforms relevant to the BBC's audiences. The BBC will continue to work with world-class partners, building an expansive digital and ancillary strategy and key annual marketing moments to create audience engagement. These strategies will grow youth audiences, engage families with young children, and deepen the property's relationship with existing fans as the Doctor universe continues to expand. Doctor Who has a proven track record in consumer products with over 4 million sonic screwdrivers sold in the past decade, over 12 million action figures sold since 2005, and over 18 million DVDs sold globally. All the trash, the landfills, and the bargain bins, they be filled with Doctor Who merchandise. Blow it out your ass. Oh, I can't believe that people are being so negative when the show is doing really freaking well. They're like, look at those numbers. Those numbers don't mean jack shit anymore in the real world. I don't know how many times I got to say this. Ugh. Well, okay. Here it is. As the Doctor embarks on a new era, the company states that current licensees are continuing to innovate and create future-facing products that will reflect the new series and reach wider audiences. BBC Worldwide has a cross-category ambition for the brand, driving category roll out across retail to expand the brand's retail footprint. Nearly 70 long-standing global licensees are working on Doctor Who, including character options as Master Toy licensee, Penguin Random House, Winning Moves, Eagle Moss, Kokomo, and Brand Alliance. The licensing team has also seen renewed interest in the brand from new partners across from new categories and in new retailers in new territories. In addition, there's an advert with the following information, and I hope you're sitting down. New Doctor Companions and Adventures, more than 11 hours of new content in autumn of 2018. New Evergreen Style Guide and license for, wait, what? More than 11 hours of new content in autumn 2018. Folks, I don't know. There's certain other podcasts, and they know who they are, who've been running around shouting like a bunch of damn Chicken Littles again that the sky is falling, their ass is on fire, and their hair is catching, that there's not going to be a Christmas special. And I've already had to say this 1,000,000,005 times, and I'll make it 1,000,006,000 in case you're a fresh new user or you're new to this channel. The only reason Chibnall did not want to do a Christmas special this year was because he didn't want to start his new Doctor off on a holiday special. And that's why Moffat stepped in and did Twice Upon a Time along with Peter Capaldi and the gang. And he had every right to say that. That would be basically, okay, I'm starting a new Doctor. I got to do it on a holiday special. And then the new series ain't going to air until how many months later? He was not going to do it. It would have been an extremely bad move. And, you know, luckily we got Twice Upon a Time out of it. So why is anybody complaining? And then again, they're complaining about that now. But I'm not kidding. I swear they complain every time they got to go, you know, I swear every time. Oh, I'm not joking. Every time they see a thread out of place on a scarf somewhere, you know, it looks like they throw a fit. It's just crazy. Oh, look, you'll notice that the costumes are not the right way in this particular segment. And I feel, sorry, I'm getting a migraine there. But the thing is this, right there, more than 11 hours of new content in autumn 2018. We can only assume that they're saying, you know, 10, well, roughly hour episodes, because we know that they're going to be like 45, you know, so many 50 minutes or so each episode. And then, of course, say a Christmas special about 1 hour. And then, you know, you throw in extras and whatnot like that. Words going around, they are talking about renewing the fan show. Why, I don't know. I'm saying I'm not a fan of the fan show. It's just me, you know, I have nothing against Chris Doldy and her crew. It's just I would rather have Doctor Who Confidential back. It made a hell of a lot more sense. It reached a lot more people, and everybody liked it a lot more than, you know. Like I said, there's a lot of people who love the fan show. I'm not harping on it. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who miss Doctor Who Confidential more, and I do too. I'd rather have Doctor Who Confidential than an interview show any day of the week, including Catter Day, which, you know, is that day the cats are trying to get in to make up for all their nap time. But that's a conspiracy theory. Don't you believe that? Just keep your eye next time, you know, on a little, you know, Tinkerbell or whatever. She's heading for the litter box. No, she's going to a secret time teleport to attend a meeting to discuss the cat agenda. Or as a friend of mine calls them, Felinus Dominus. They are our overlords. The cats rule. Okay, moving on. Now that I've burned out your brain with that. All right, so right here, more than 11 hours of new content in autumn 2018. So before you start screaming the sky is falling and you're starting to call up, you know, like frickin' Harrison Ford or Steven Tyler to make a decent song about the impending disaster that's coming out of the sky, or call up Ben Affleck. He can go up there as an astronaut as Batman or whatever and blast out the comet that's coming to wipe out Doctor Who. Sorry, I had to take a meditation moment. So right there. All right, now here's another one I just hit. Keep in mind, though, it is the Mirror. Row breaks out over Doctor Christmas special after the BBC used a relative of a classic character without permission. And had to kind of wonder if this was going to happen. BBC bosses did not seek permission to use a relative of Nicholas Courtney's classic recurring character, Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart. They forgot the Gordon, those losers. So apparently this row was broken out because they did not seek permission to use that character or anything of that character. You know, of course, as we all know, you know, they're revealing here that, yeah, he was the grandfather of the Brigadier. And so, all right, let's scroll down here. The creation of the captain has angered the estate of one of Lethbridge Stewart's original creators, Mervyn Haseman, and is now considering legal action. Andy Frank O'Malley, creative director of the Haseman estate, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, said characters are considered creative works and are protected by copyright law. As such, we reserve the right to determine what is officially part of our intellectual property. If derivative works are created without our permission, then we will determine if or how they fit into our IP. We reserve the right to accept or reject any additions to our intellectual properties. The thing is this. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. Watch this. It's going to be an out-of-court settlement. That's all that's going to happen. Matter of fact, I'll be shocked if you even hear about this again. Because even if this is true, it'll be an out-of-court settlement. Here's your money, now go away. That's all the BBC will do. Just keep it out of the papers. Okay, David Tennant's story about 3 doctors and a showrunner at a Doctor Who book signing will blow your mind. Unbeknownst to them, 2 future doctors and the show's head writer came together on a fateful day in the 1970s to meet Tom Baker. And it's a very amusing story. And please go read this. David Tennant, like I said, David Tennant was one of the new doctors who was always, remember, Eccleston's kind of the fan. If you walk up to him, you say, look, would you please sign this Doctor Who thing? He's not going to backhand you, kick you in the nuts, and tell you to go, F yourself. He's very kind to Doctor Who fans, always has been. He still embraces the character of the Doctor. It's just there was some bad blood with him and some people at the BBC. Tennant always was signing autographs when he could on set and all that, but then there was a certain other doctor that I make fun of who deserves to be out there, and the only thing he should be signing is whatever newspapers he's shoving into his jacket to keep warm in the near future, because he would blow off fans left and right unless they were giving him huge amounts of money. All right. So, okay, David Tennant uses Doctor Who catchphrases to reveal the sex of a couple's baby. Allons-y for a girl, Bad Wolf for a boy. And I just got a kick out of this nice, other short story, involving, Tennant. And turns out it was Allons-y, by the way. I spoiled you. But if you want to read this, is also here also. And lastly for today, Doctor Who 11th Doctor, year number 13, on sale today. This is the finale to the Titans, 11th Doctor's third year adventures. And if you want to preview it, whoa, look at it. I love this page because they do that. Whoa, whoa. And if you want, you can even sit here and read through, some of the pages, and you'll see if you're really into that and yada, yada, yada. So, once again, if anybody's out there selling you the story that Doctor Who's tits up and taking on water, that Doctor Who's already hit the great iceberg and is heading towards the bottom of the Atlantic like a bat out of, not a bat out of hell, but let's just say a big stinking whale turd way down with the lead it ate that day. Don't believe it, because I keep telling people this show is still watched worldwide. It's still about a 60 million pound a year cash cow for the BBC. And now we've got record numbers again in BBC America. We got great numbers in Australia. And everybody's like, oh, lordy, this show is going to get canceled because they dared remove the genitals of the Doctor and or change them. I swear, man. I could make money as a Doctor Who evangelist. I'm not gonna, is there such a thing? A weeping evangelist. Touch the screen or I will zap you back in time to a time before there was Doctor Who. Matter of fact, I'll zip you back to the Western frontier when the closest thing to Doctor Who was, is that guy next to us really a doctor, or is he just collecting my money to tell me, actually to sell you some steak oil? Oh, well, I'm getting out of here. So take care, everybody. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm still checking. Have a good one.